Banned and controversial action figures. Action figures are supposed to be associated with innocent fun for innocent children, but some of them have managed to generate a little controversy upon their creation, the result of which sometimes constituted an outright ban. Zartan, 1984. When Hasbro released Zartan in 1984, it wasn't the action figure that was problematic. It was the personal profile that came attached with it. Zartan's profile described the G.I. Joe as schizophrenic and the owner of two identities, greatly upsetting the Canadian Mental Health Association. Armed Terrorist, 1999. Poor timing spelled the end of this armed terrorist action figure, which consisted of a thug in a ski mask and trench coat. When the Columbine incidents of April 20th, 1999 took place, the toys were quickly pulled. Austin Danger Powers, 1999. The makers of Austin Danger Powers figurine actually created two, one for children and a much racier one for adults. When a Georgia mom discovered the figure intended for her 11-year-old son, asking, "Do I make you horny, baby?" the result was not pleasant for the manufacturing company. Steve the Tramp, 1990. This action figure was based on a homeless character in the Dick Tracy comics, but homeless advocacy groups didn't appreciate the notion. These groups felt like the toy was insensitive to the homeless population. Nomad, 1986. Nomad was an Arab from the Rambo franchise that looked a little too much like a stereotypical Middle Eastern terrorist. The American Arab Anti-Discrimination Committee objected, and the figure was eventually pulled. Dexter, 2009. The Dexter action figure came from the show of the same name, featuring a methodical serial killer hiding in plain sight working at crime scenes. The figure came with a knife and a trash bag, presumably holding a body, which didn't please parents that shopped at Toys R Us. Django Unchained, 2012. The award-winning Django Unchained featured a rogue slave on a bloodthirsty quest to free his wife and kill anyone who got in his way. The Django Unchained action figure had a predictable outcry against it, namely that it made an attempt at commercializing slavery. Road Rage Al Snow, 1999. Every wrestler has a gimmick that makes him memorable, and Al Snow's was carrying around a mannequin head that he talked to before fights. His action figure came with the head separately, and that was too much for retailers, who quickly pulled it off the shelves.